Yeah, I like the FireFlux draft here.
You know, I feel like when they're in this kind of situation, they need to use what they feel comfortable with. And with that, I'm very comfortable of throwing it over to our casters, Papa Naisu, as well as Baby Mirko. It's your turn.
Thank you guys so much, Lafel, Trex, and Wolf. I don't have nicknames for you guys just yet, but once again, I'm Naisu, or Papa Naisu, and this is Mirko. I don't know if I'm going to call you Baby Mirko, man.
Yeah, that's more of a Lafel thing, you know.
Yeah.
I call him Baby Lafel, calls me Daddy Mirko, but
Okay.
I'm fine calling you Papa Naisu.
All right, well, let's roll with it, because in just a second, we saw the drafts already from RRQ Akira, and of course for FireFlux Esports, and how they're going to go about this. And once again, what a fantastic look at the stage here as we get ready to load into the Land of Dawn for this game number 1 in this best of 2. Very crucial matchups here to round out Group A, as again, by the end of the day, we know where these teams are going to fall into place, the top 2. Now jumping into it, we have to see exactly what they want to do with this lineup, how they want to utilize the picks that they went with. Great inputs again from the analyst stand there, but man, RRQ Akira, I love what they're doing. They have a great front line with this. I'm just wondering how they'll be able to utilize the back line later on. But we know Gusta Lagusta, man, he loves this Claude pick, rolls with it. You can also see some of the emblems they're rolling with. Nothing too crazy just yet, like we've seen in the past. But so far, lane's kind of already falling into place here.
Slowly but surely, I think in this matchup, it'll come down to the mid control. I think for the most part, in day number 1, we saw that whoever got mid prio, they just have so much to play with in the game. They're actually able to dictate the game. And RRQ Akira, hey, game number 2, that was exactly how they were able to pop off, beat Evo's glory at their own game. But something I do want to talk a little bit about is this gold lane matchup for Gusta Lagusta. Sunshine's going to have a better time here on the Moskov compared to the Claude. And you can already see Gusta getting punished by that Spear of Misery. He's already used the regen too, so he's going to be forced to recall.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But it looks like we could possibly be jumping back into the game here, and it looks like we are. So, again, jumping into it, it's only under the 4-minute mark. The players got everything situated here and set up with that. So still, it looks like, too, you know, for both teams, they want to go ahead and just wait for this first objective to come up. Not all these level 4s online just yet. So as they go ahead and kind of wait for that, this is going to be crucial. Like I said, with this Terizla pick, you need that penalty zone available. But both junglers will go ahead and start this up for now. RQ going to hold this up in front. This is what we see Fredrins do all the time, and pair it up with Luis. Not sure.
Up top, Takashi doing some damage. Alien, going in for the stuns and right into the first blood. Now, Appraiser's Wrath comboing together with the Retribution. Tienzi will be stunned up earlier by Louise, and he'll be able to walk up and flickers out as well. With the power of nature still there, RRQ Akira, that's a turtle traded in for first blood.
Yeah, first blood already, and look at this. FireFlux Esports actually want to put the pressure further on into the jungle, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to accomplish much with this. RQ pushing them back out, so with that, RRQ Akira gets the first objective, you know, great for them, but at the same time, the scaling here could start to happen for FireFlux Esports if they're not careful in the exchanges. A lot of just back and forth here. Gusta Lagusta trying to keep Sunshine there.
Good damage as well by Louise. There's pure destruction. Not connecting. Gusta still able to evade away from it here. As Sunshine goes for the shove in the bottom lane, trying to go for that gold crab that Louise is holding onto. But so far, Gusta Lagusta has been losing out on the trade. Sagan, though, trying to go for the astral shot. But will not be able to find it now, only just helping Gusta Lagusta to get the gold crab, and he will be able to secure it.
I think it's what you do, man. You know, you just give that best experience to both gold laners if you can here. But Claude, I would say specifically, really needs that time to build up. Got to get those, you know, 3-4 items, the trinity, if you will, for the Claude to really shine in some of these team fights. Because again, with the lineup that FireFlux Esports has, they can actually try to negate a lot of the overloaded damage from a Blazing Duet if they're all positioned correctly. And it's also just a little bit, I guess you have to say, for the entrance from Gusta Lagusta has to be very crucial and on point.
Okay. Great echo. Revealing Alien and Rosa. And King walks up just like that, but still very, very slow game here. In the 6 minute, only 1 kill. They're both still looking to go for these trades, and we do take a look. We do have a look here at the in-game equipment, where it's going to be a corrosion scythe rush for the side of Sunshine. It's a bit different for Gusta Lagusta, he wants to go for the warrior boots first, but both teams are already trying to go for the second turtle of this game. King, first onto it, Takashi right there. Numanam Lost gonna be charged in by Apex, the flicker as well, but he doesn't find it. Good stun over, but King is still able to get the retribution down. Now with a wild charge, stunning 2 members by Louise. That's only a final slash onto King, and Tienzi is caught all alone. Takashi will decide to back away, and RRQ Akira, super disciplined, takes the dub and walks off.
Very disciplined. Alien, I don't think he's going to really accomplish much. You know, he did get that early kill, but right now for RRQ Akira, holding on to those 2 turtles, get the objective, and like you said, discipline route. They know they don't have to fight. They don't need to get these kills right now because, again, when you're talking about power spikes for RRQ Akira, they needed time for Gusa Lagusa to play off. And even Saigon, mid lane, wow. Rosa.
Appraiser's Wrath, just a big bonk onto Rosa in the mid lane. Will be their first kill of the game, RRQ Akira.
All right, now they're on the board, right? They got the objectives, they got a kill. Look at the damage already coming out from Saigon, 1 shot. Wow. Able to take almost half the HP away here. So this could also just be in a way, hold on, get the flicker out.
Good maneuvers as well. The penalty zone used up, and it was delayed quite a bit there by the Shield Unity clash, or crash rather. Tienzi not able to really find the value there. Meanwhile, King in the bottom lane wants to go for a little bit of pressure down onto Sunshine. They will be able to do that just with the Astral Echo. And man, RRQ Akira, they might be caught by the flanks here. Diversion plays to the back line, and now it's going to be Gusto who's going to be caught even with the Purify. Apex 47 gets rid of him with the help of Rosa and Tienzi. King won't be able to prolong this team fight. Alien has rotated from the XP lane, and it seems for both teams, they will disengage once again. RRQ Akira trying to defend in the bottom lane with the wave already shoving back to them. 4 members of FireFlux still here in the bottom side of the map, but King wants to walk with the Sunshine, goes in for the retribution. Astral Sphere connects as well. TMZ trying to go for the backup as well. The Purified there will not work for him. It's a wild charge straight to the back to find Sunshine. And it's now a yin-yang reaction to be used up. King gonna go on for the Sax Appraiser's Wrath. Apex 47 able to displace himself. Takashi with a penalty zone. Locks them in the back line, and Takashi will be able to get that 1 kill on the board. Apex forced to run away up top. Vengeance forcing a blazing duet now. Alien seems like he's comfortable still going for that trade.
Man, Takashi just taking a journey down to the bottom lane, and now they're going to take the journey up here to the top as the 3rd turtle of this game is up. They could possibly just go ahead and go 3 for 3 with the objectives. They're going to be forced back. TNZ stopped.
Full neutral objective control for RRQ Akira. And just like we saw in turtle number 1, turtle number 2, they're utilizing the turtles, taking it slow, and then going back. Alien still has a little bit of spice and gets barrier down. Louise trying to go for an angle of attack here. The Vengeance will be able to be used up, but the taunt catches him, and Alien still is able to get out, gets that Vengeance, a cheeky little one onto the green camp, and RRQ Akira push the pace now up top, trying to go for the turrets. 3 turtles, 1 big turret for RRQ Akira in the first 9 minutes.
Yep, you can already see that second item picked up here now for Gusta Lagusta. Has the DHS alongside the Golden Staff. Working on the next one. Meanwhile, Sunshine's still working, but look at this.
Louise gets a 2-man wild charge straight into the blazing duet, but final slash catches them all. Rosa, yin-yang reaction still in the back line, dealing so much damage as Sunshine joins in the fray. Takashi gonna be flanked by Sunshine. It'll only give Rosa some more time to go for a creative angle. Diversion into the back. King gets spotted out, brought back again by the yin-yang reaction into the spears of Sunshine.
What a diversion. This is what we were talking about in the draft. As we take a look at the replay here, look at this initiation. RRQ Akira wanted to fight here and talk about a Spear of Destruction from Sunshine also to join the fight. And watch as that diversion is going to be used. We don't get a look at it, but it was cut. It cut off the retreat from RRQ Akira. Again, FireFlux Esports really utilizing this lineup that they have. And so this, I feel like, you know, they were kind of falling behind a little bit from RRQ Akira, getting the lead, especially the objectives. But now they've been checked. They don't want to actually continue to make a wrong move like that. You know, they initiated again with a wild charge that they had available to them. And so with that, RRQ Akira finds themselves kind of resetting a little bit. Again, this is a Lord that's coming up in less than 10 seconds. FireFlux Esports is in a position now because of that last exchange, that last fight. They're good to fight this off if they want to. And it looks like if they want to get a kill early on before they even commit to this first Lord fight, they could surely do that. They're waiting. Also, Alien is almost going to have that flicker available just a couple seconds. We've seen it time and time before. the Arlot can start and win a fight just with initiation. But Lord's already going to be started up by King. And you can see that half health. This is what we see all the time with these Fredrin picks, but FireFlux Esports will get in position here. Keep an eye on as well where the Spear of Destruction ends up landing.
Poison straight into the Appraiser's Wrath. The final slash unable to displace him in time as Takashi will be isolated in the back line as Apex 47. His Numenon Blast will be cancelled out by that barrier on Louise. It'll be a trade once again, Takashi for the Lord. Diversion into the back, just sending TNZ for that flank. Gusta Lagusa trying to go for the clear right now, and you can see there the bounce of the Guardian's Bulwark, sending the Astral Sphere back towards RRQ Akira, but still, for FireFlux, they'll be able to get a trade down in the bottom lane as well. Louise,
oh, Sunshine
with the conceal now. It's going to be the Abyss Walker by Sunshine. A Spear of Misery onto King, dealing a whole lot of damage on this Moscow pick. Apex 47 now coming in with a backup, and Sunshine should be able to find the space now to go for the clear on the first Lord.
Alien win for that final slash. Not going to happen, so they're going to clear out that Lord there. But you could see that damage already coming out from Sunshine. Did just pick up the DHS, I believe it was, as well, to kind of round up his 3 core items that he needed. Let's take a look. Okay, Corrosion Scythe, he's got the DHS and the Golden Staff now. Pretty much even. So, you know, at that point, as they clear these minions out, they're going to deal with the Lord. Really, RRQ Akira didn't get that much from this Lord pick. So for that, FireFlux Esports doing a great job at kind of keeping things under control. Even defensively, the items are already fallen into place, and that's going to be crucial for TNZ to be some of that front line for this next fight that does break out in about a minute and a half here. So we'll see. Again, both teams holding on to the Tier 1 mid lane turrets are going to help them out a little bit as well. But you can see the damage being dealt across the board here. Just massive damage coming out from Rosa. Able to provide a lot of support. Oh, Luis.
Still able. Oh, the Power of Nature. Not there just yet. The Wild Charge will be used defensively by Louise. FireFlux try to go for that pickoff. And now the Astral Echo does connect onto Rosa. And here it's actually the best possible target you could go for with that Astral Echo, at least at this point, because it does spot out of diversions. Sagan, they're going to react to it in time. Takashi with the penalty zone locks 2 members down. Apex 47 still in that bush. The Astral Sphere doing a whole lot of damage as Alien is forced to flicker back out. The Poisons as well from TNZ. No Wild Charge from Louise. He already used it up earlier, so RRQ Akira cannot force the issue on FireFlux.
Man, it's too bad. I mean, both gold laners just were not there for that fight. Surely someone would have went down, even if that Spear of Destruction ended up landing and then the follow-up came through from Sunshine. But with that, ultimately what it's going to result to is just reset across the board. They prep up for this Lord 30 seconds away. Big items being picked up as well. Now the Wind of Nature available for Sunshine. Can play a little more defensively. Also for Gusta Lugusa, he's going to lock that in very soon too. Divine Glaive also picked up. Now available for Rosa. We were already talking about the damage that Rosa is doing on this Louis pick. It's insanity. And now with the Divine Glaive, it's going to hurt even more. So RRQ Akira, they kind of have to be conscious of that, right? Because diversion play and then the whole interaction, I forgot what Wolf called it, the double vacuum.
Yeah.
Double vacuum, that yin and yang effect. Also on the other side, you can see RRQ Akira. They've got the immortality locked in now, a glowing wand for Saigon. They're going to just fight.
They're able to pay it out now. The Wild Charge from Louise. Spear of Destruction does connect to the backline. Sunshine takes it. Sagan forced back instantly. The Not able to connect onto King, but it's just King now. It's a penalty zone. Locks 4 members down. So Gusta Lagusa doing for some more damage, but the Guardian's Bulwark turns all of the damage back towards them right as Rosa is still there to dish out the free damage with the yin-yang reaction, the dispersions, and the rotations. A bit too much for RRQ Akira to handle.
We have not mentioned Apex 47's name too much just yet, but man, that was a Numenon Blast setup with the flicker. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Great response. This is already after it happened. But again, we talked about these small corners. The Luoyi, she's such a threat because of that double vacuum effect that keeps them in, that yin-yang effect that pulls them in. And it's so hard for RRQ Akira to play against that when they're in these tight areas. So as they kind of try to retreat, it's, you know, they're almost trying to retreat to their death. So at this point, FireFlux Esports now has the Lord on their side. This one definitely will be working it down on that bottom side, trying to get that tier 2 down. RRQ Akira, on the other hand, things are falling into place, but it looks like every single time, item-wise, even with their nearly identical items, I mean, itemization is nothing too drastic of a gold lead for either team. They're having a hard time fighting. And if you look at just the lineup here, that's probably the big case of it. Gusta Lagusta has not had an opportunity yet to really use this Claude for an entry point with the Blazing Duet. And FireFlux Esports, on the other hand, even if Sunshine isn't there, they have good fighting potential because, like we talked about with Rosa, and now we get some Malefic Roar online. Diversion.
The final slash too, but they're unable to find it. Wild charge by Luis, straight onto Rosa, caught in the Appraiser's Wrath too, as Takashi swings the hammer down. Sunshine now joining the fight with the Spear of Destruction, as Alien deals with Takashi in the backline, but King gets a 3-man taunt straight into the barrier. Apex 47 gonna be trapped and isolated, but still has the bulwark that's dishing the damage back towards RRQ Akira. Now the Spear connecting onto Apex 47, Sunshine with the Spear of Misery catches them right in the wall, but is unable to finish them off. Great kite back from FireFlux Esports, but it's also a pretty good shutdown by RRQ.
Oh my god, both these teams, the team fighting that they have, man, it's absolutely insane. We're going to take a look at the replay again. Great diversion. They collapsed down, but this time, RRQ Akira, with the help of just being in their base on this side, able to just kind of go for the fight and come out on top, but they couldn't get the kills that they were looking for exactly, and Sunshine luckily was there to help them out as well for FireFlux Esports. So what it's resulted into is just that tier 2 turret also in that bottom lane. Both teams, holding on to nearly the same amount of pressure when it comes to these itemizations, but the lineup, like I said with FireFlux Esports, so far Sunshine has been really hard to get to, and you can see the damage he's even doing to Luis, man. Once he picked up the Malefic Roar, he's already a huge threat even to Luis, even to Takashi when they try to initiate with this. I mean, look at the damage taken. And TNZ, like we said, he was getting, he was playing real up front, mid lane. Takashi
chain CC, penalties on the counter of them now blast, but it still goes through and it catches the right to the final slash. Sunshine with a Spear of Destruction to the back line, now wreaking havoc onto RRQ Akira. 2 members taken down, and the Lord enhanced this time will be spawning in the game. TNZ will be able to go in with the shield unity, zoning the back line away from the minion waves. That's going to be crashing down. The final slash of his place. King right now is that's going to be Rosa with the yin-yang reaction, taking Gusta Lagusta out of the fray, out of the play, and out of the land of Dawn. As King tries desperately to go for the 3-man taunt, he does, but he'll pay for it with his life.
That's it.
Sunshine and the Mistwalker to the front again to crack that base open, and it's game 1 over to FireFlux.
And FireFlux Esports will take it game number 1 in this best of 2 against RRQ Akira. They've met time and time before, and this time they start on the right foot to hope to get to the top of the standings here for, of course, Group A.
Sunshine scaling, it was just recipe for disaster for RRQ.
Looking at the itemization here, the one that I really want to talk about is actually Takashi, where we see a lot of Terizlas nowadays. They pick up the War Axe and then picking up the Queen's Wings, but it looks like he went for the traditional build of going full defense except for that Fury Hammer. What do you think, Wolf?
Yeah, I guess he understood the situation where the damage output is going to come from the Cloud. So it's a 4 protect to 1 strategy from RRQ Akira. And he knows this because he needed a Dominance Ice, especially because he knows that Arlet plus Louis is eventually going to be online faster than most. Like, if you're looking at like Assassin plus the marksman kind of composition, the damage output comes late into the game. But in this case, you want to pick up the Dominance Ice first so that you can have a fighting chance in that turtle.
And I feel like this is one of the reasons why Baxia is the best